Welcome back to the old show. Good to be back. Good to have you. We're all about going green this week for St. Patrick's Day, and that means even your wine can be greener. And that means more environmentally friendly wine. Joining us with some newer terms tossed around in the wine community. Look at her lighting. Leslie Miller, did you hire a lighting crew or something? Look at you.
No, I just maybe I adjusted the settings maybe on my ring light here.
You look good. Leslie Miller from Amusée Wine. Okay, so we're going to be talking about common questions that you get. And the first one is asking you about clean, natural wine. I got to tell you, Leslie, I'm a connoisseur, but I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, I will tell you that because of this new celebrity push for Cameron Diaz starting her own new wine, Halle Berry talking about it, everybody talking about words like clean and natural and sugar-free. It is a frenzy out there in the way of verbiage, and people, I bet you I get 10 emails a day asking, how do I decipher this and how do I get through this conversation?
Okay, so what is it exactly? And is it good? I mean, is it just a PR line?
Well, some of it is fake news, Jace. There's a lot of it out there that is, hard to kind of weed through. So number one, the word clean. So we've never used that word in the industry as educators. We're hearing things like clean crafted. Never in our, educational terms have we used that. And everybody's basically just now finding out that in places like the United States, we can add up to 72 additional things to your wine that have nothing to do with wine itself. And so this was really big news for Cameron Diaz in the last couple of years when she, decided to, delve deep and figure out why she was getting headaches and things like that. So it was huge for her. And she decided to then go a little bit farther with it and create her own. Now, we've also heard the term natural. So a lot of people have been talking about sulfites. There's a lot of fake news around sulfites and kind of what that means. So first off, sulfites, let's talk about it because it is a natural byproduct of every single fermentation process out there. People are not allergic to sulfites. If you are, you would be close to about 3% of the world's population that is actually allergic to sulfites. You'd also be highly asthmatic. There'd be tons of foods that you wouldn't be able to eat in your own grocer's fridge. So that's one word. Have you heard people say that to you? Oh, I am allergic to sulfites. I get a headache. I don't drink wine.
Yes.
Yeah. And I would say that people, they talk to me all the time about it. One is, we say all the time, okay, one is hydration. You might be getting a headache because you're not drinking enough water when you drink all that wine. But the other thing too, is that they're doing all these studies now on women and finding out that histamines, which are also a compound found in a thicker red grape skin like Cabernet, Shiraz, Zinfandel, is one of those culprits. Histamines. Now, for me, when I drink Cabernet, and that didn't happen until some of my latter years here, but I do get headachy and sneezy, kind of runny eyes and nose and things like that. People started blaming it on tannins. And I think it was somebody like Dr. Oz that came along and said, you're allergic to tannins. Well, tannins are a simple compound found in a thick red grape skin next to the compound histamines. And so a lot of times, it's that histamine that's really kind of getting to you in the way of allergens.
Okay. Now let's talk about 3 simple questions to find a wine that's good for you.
Yeah, good for you. So one thing that I really focus on too, in the conversation around sugar is, are people adding cane sugar versus the natural sugar in the grape? Do this. Go to the store and ask for a winery that is 10,000 cases and under in production. Now that's a small family winery. I will bet you that small family winery, they're not using pesticides, herbicides, other things in their wine, concentrate sugars, other things to soup up their wine, but you're getting literally grape to jar. You're getting right off of the vine, right? And the other thing too is, ask about family owned, community owned, people who are really just doing this because they are real farmers. And describe your palate with things like fruit smells, herb smells, or dirt smells that you've really kind of taken a liking to in wine. And the last thing is really just stay away from some of the really, really large, giant factory wines out there. You'll know who they are because, you've kind of seen them everywhere. There's a lot of commercials for them on television, things like that. Again, stick to 10,000 cases and under. And you use that phrase when you go into your retail store. And I bet you're always going to end up with literally some of the best wines out there for your health.
Leslee, we have under 30 seconds, and I do want to get to this really quick. Marketing terms to avoid.
Marketing terms to avoid would be that triple filter, keto, vegan, sugar-free, and clean crafted. I mean, those are things you've got to ask a lot of questions. Again, getting back to who is the farmer? Where did this come from? Tell me about the family. If you focus on that, you're always going to drink really great, pure wine. And don't get caught up in some of this marketing fluff.
I loved it. This is such good information. And by the way, that wine cooler you see behind Leslee and I are neighbors. I slept in that wine cooler one night.
You did.
I did. Leslee, thank you so much. For more information, head to her website, amuseewine.com. We're going to wrap things up when we come back. Back in a moment. My goodness. Good to be back. Hey, you can stay connected with our show on social media. Just check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Jason Show TV, very easy to find. No super secret account there. Jason Show TV. To search for that, and you'll find us, and we appreciate the follow. Okay, you ready for our super mystery question of the day? Our bubblegum goodbye. Here we go, Kendall.
Okay.
If you could only eat one fast food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh.
Well, you don't have to answer now. We'll be right back. Stay with us for that answer. We're going to say goodbye to our audience, too.